Why Trace and Lydia Bates ended up sad on latest trip. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Bringing Up Bates stars Trace and Lydia Bates express their frustration following their latest trip. The 26-year-old mom has been sharing positive content about her family. She's getting herself back on track after suffering a miscarriage last February. Most of the time, Lydia and Trace travel together with their son Riker, but the married couple confessed to feeling sad on their most recent trip. Keep reading to see why. One of the latest updates from Lydia was about Riker's latest first experience. According to the Bringing Up Bates star, she and her husband brought their son to an aquarium. Lydia said that Riker was so amazed by the fish he saw. Such a fun day. Riker loved seeing all the little fish, she said. It also appears that Riker did much better this time compared to his trip to the zoo in March, where he got scared of the big animals. In an Instagram post, Lydia shared a clip with her husband Trace, lying on the bed after a tiring day amid their quick vacation. According to the Bringing Up Bates star, they're stuck in the hotel room because Riker goes to sleep at 7 p.m. This also means that they won't be able to make the most of their trip. It also appears that Trace and Lydia Bates are already feeling homesick. "We love it at home, but on trips it's a little sad," she said. The married couple also received comments from fans giving them advice about their situation. "Hang in there. Those days seem long, but you'll look back in a couple years and miss them. I used to put mine in the stroller and he would sleep. They should be used to sleep anywhere. You don't have to be stuck in hotel. Always bring your stroller with you all the time. Your baby will sleep on the stroller to go somewhere every night. Bring him in the stroller and let him sleep while you soak in the pool or grab a dessert and go for a walk." Lydia also took to social media to share a clip of herself showing off her new summer look. "Now I'm ready for the summer," she captioned. The Bringing Up Bates star had a hair makeover, and many are stunned by her transformation. Lydia Bates has also been getting herself back into photography. Earlier this month, Trace's wife attended Emma Langdon's graduation to take photos. She has also clarified taking on only smaller projects amid her busy life as a mother to Riker. Trace and Lydia Bates, two prominent figures in the world of country music and reality TV, recently experienced a deeply emotional and difficult trip, one that left them both visibly shaken and, as reported, sad. Known for their strong public presence and family-oriented persona, their recent journey was supposed to be a fun getaway or a chance for relaxation, but what transpired was far from what anyone could have anticipated. Many fans, having followed their journey for years, are now left wondering, why did Trace and Lydia Bates end up so distraught? What happened to cause such a somber shift during what should have been an enjoyable time? Trace Bates, the son of Gil and Kelly Jo Bates, has always been a relatively private figure, especially when it comes to his personal life. However, being part of the Bates family, who are stars of the reality show Bringing Up Bates, means that public interest in the family's activities is always high. As a result, any emotional change in the lives of Trace or his family members doesn't go unnoticed by their dedicated fans. Lydia Bates, who has recently become a prominent figure in her own right, has also garnered attention from fans who admire her warmth, kindness, and the way she interacts with those around her. For many, seeing the two of them in a sad state was unsettling. The Bates family is known for its strong bonds, a sense of unity that is often visible both on screen and in real life. Trace and Lydia, being close-knit siblings, are no strangers to sharing moments of joy and laughter, so it was unusual for fans to see them in such a different light. Their latest trip, which they had planned with high hopes and excitement, quickly turned into an experience filled with sorrow, confusion, and emotional moments that no one could have predicted. While details of the trip remain private to some extent, Sources close to the family have reported that the sadness stemmed from a combination of factors. First, the trip had initially been planned as a chance to disconnect from the pressures of their busy lives and reconnect with each other. With both Trace and Lydia leading hectic schedules filled with professional commitments, family obligations, and the challenges that come with living in the public eye, the trip was meant to provide them with much-needed respite. It was supposed to be an opportunity to relax, unwind, and enjoy a break. The reality of the situation proved to be far more complicated. From the moment they embarked on their journey, unforeseen challenges began to surface. There were logistical issues related to their travel arrangements that caused frustration and anxiety. Flights were delayed, accommodations were not as expected, and the overall sense of chaos seemed to weigh heavily on their spirits. For two people who value structure and stability, these disruptions were incredibly stressful, especially when compounded by the weight of their other responsibilities. Additionally, it seems that there was an underlying emotional aspect to the sadness that both Trace and Lydia experienced. While some fans initially speculated that the trip was marred by personal conflicts or tension between the two, others quickly pointed out that the Bates family has always been incredibly close-knit, and such disputes are unlikely. Instead, what seemed to affect them more deeply was the realization that life has been changing rapidly for them both. The trip forced them to reflect on the current state of their lives and the paths they were taking, which led to feelings of uncertainty and vulnerability. For Trace, the trip brought up feelings of homesickness and nostalgia. Being away from his family and the familiar environment of home seemed to amplify his longing for the simpler days of his past. The pressures of adulthood and the fast-paced nature of his career have undoubtedly taken a toll on his emotional well-being, and this trip inadvertently brought these feelings to the surface. He began to question whether the sacrifices he had made in the pursuit of his career and personal goals were truly worth it in the long run. These deep, introspective thoughts contributed to his sadness during the trip, as he grappled with the idea of change and the future. Lydia, on the other hand, seemed to be dealing with a different set of emotions. As a rising star in her own right, she has faced her fair share of public scrutiny and the burden of expectations. The trip seemed to highlight the pressures she has been feeling, particularly as she continues to navigate the challenges of maintaining a balance between her personal life and her public persona. As someone who has always prided herself on being positive and upbeat, the trip made her realize just how much weight she had been carrying emotionally. The sadness she experienced seemed to stem from a combination of exhaustion and the overwhelming nature of her responsibilities, which left her feeling vulnerable and uncertain about the future. Despite the sadness that lingered throughout the trip, there were moments of growth and self-reflection for both Trace and Lydia. The time spent together, although difficult, allowed them to bond over shared experiences and support each other in ways they hadn't before. The trip, in a way, acted as a catalyst for them to open up about their feelings, fears, and dreams, leading to a deeper understanding of one another. While the sadness was real, it ultimately brought them closer, allowing them to navigate through the emotional turbulence together. In the end, the trip that was supposed to be a peaceful escape from the stresses of everyday life ended up being the turning point for Trace and Lydia Bates. It wasn't a trip defined by the picturesque landscapes or exciting activities that they had envisioned, but rather one marked by introspection, personal growth, and the realization that life, no matter how carefully planned, can be unpredictable. It reminded them of the importance of pausing, reflecting, and being honest about one's emotions, even when it feels uncomfortable. While the sadness they experienced on the trip was undeniably difficult, it ultimately allowed them to reconnect with themselves and each other on a deeper level, and that perhaps is the most meaningful outcome of all. Fans of Trace and Lydia Bates continue to support them as they navigate these emotional challenges, sending messages of encouragement and understanding. Although the trip ended in sadness, It also marked a new chapter in their personal journeys. It's a reminder that even those who appear to have it all together can face moments of vulnerability, and that sometimes the most significant growth comes from the most difficult of experiences. As Trace and Lydia continue to share their lives with the world, it's clear that they remain committed to each other and their family, determined to face whatever comes next with resilience and strength. Whether they are experiencing joy or sadness, their journey is one that many can relate to, a reminder that life is a complex and ever-evolving adventure, full of unexpected twists and turns, but always best navigated with the support of loved ones by your side. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our United News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.